the annual North Pole Driving Academy. Young Rudolf stood in line with shaking hooves. Among the deer who'd come to prove their moves, the driving test, a sacred polar rite for those who dreamed of guiding sleighs by night. Instructor Moose, with glasses on his snout, checked off his list and gave a weary pout. Next up is Rudolf. Come now, don't be shy. Let's see if you can really learn to fly. The first test started simple, on the ground. Just park between these icebergs, nice and sound. Poor Rudolf reversed, his nose glowing bright, but knocked down 6 penguins in sudden fright. It's okay, kid, a penguin whistled low. We are used to being bowling pins in snow. Last week, young Dasher spun us like a top. We've learned to waddle roll before we stop. Next came the takeoff portion of the test, where Rudolph's talents truly showed their best. He soared through clouds with grace and perfect form, while Instructor Moose held on through the storm. Outstanding height, the moose called from behind. But please slow down, I think I'm colorblind. Your nose is flashing like a disco light. I can't tell if we're heading left or right. The landing strip came into view below, a narrow path of freshly fallen snow. Now, demonstrate your emergency stop, called Moose, his clipboard ready at the top. Rudolf hit brakes and skidded through the air, sending elves and snowmen flying everywhere. He finally stopped, upside down in a tree, while Moose hung tangled, sipping his hot tea. Well, said the Moose, adjusting crooked specs, your style is unique. I must reflect. Your takeoff's perfect, landing needs some work, and parallel parking made the penguins smirk. But here's the thing, he added with a grin. We need some flair, some chaos mixed within. The normal reindeer all fly just the same, but you, dear Rudolph, add some spark and flame. So here's your license, valid Christmas Eve. Just promise me one thing before you leave. When flying high with Santa's heavy load, please try to stick to something like a road. The other reindeer gathered round to cheer, as Rudolph proudly pranced, his license near. The penguins waddled up to graduate, the deer who'd made their diving skills first rate. And to this day, when Christmas time draws close, you might spot Rudolph, guided by his nose, still knocking down some penguins in the night, but getting all the presents there just right. Instructor Moose still teaches at the pole, with helmet, pads, and safety gear in tow. He tells new students with a knowing smile, just follow Rudolph's path, but with less style.